High Court fined Harry £1 million as his lawyer handed an embargoed legal document to Meghan's PR strategist. Prince Harry's lost an initial bid to appeal against a High Court ruling over his personal security in the UK. In February, the Duke of Sussex lost his legal challenge against the Home Office's decision to change the level of his personal security when he visits the UK. His lawyers had argued that he was singled out and treated less favourably in that decision, which meant he'd no longer be given the same degree of taxpayer-funded personal protective security when visiting. However, the High Court ruled the decision to change his security status wasn't unlawful or irrational, and that there'd been no procedural unfairness. Prince Harry was today ordered to reimburse taxpayers after losing his High Court battle with the Home Office for downgrading his police protection. He potentially faces a bill of around £1 million when his own legal costs are taken into account. A judge rejected a bid to halve the amount he had to pay by saying the Duke of Sussex had comprehensively lost his case. Separately, Sir Peter Lane also threw out the Duke's application to appeal against the ruling, describing one section of it as frankly hopeless. Harry, who's previously vowed to appeal the case, can still approach the Court of Appeal directly if he wishes to pursue it. The twin rulings are another legal blow to the Duke after he lost his 2-year Home Office battle in February. The Home Office spent more than £500,000 of public money successfully fighting the case. After he lost, Harry's lawyer argued in written submissions that he should only have to foot no more than half the public's legal costs. But Sir Peter ruled, "I'm in no doubt that the claimant's submission that his costs liability should be subject to a reduction of 50 to 60% is unsupportable." He added for the avoidance of doubt that the Duke's suggestion that his case had been partially successful was without merit. The judge did agree with Harry's lawyers that the Home Office had committed certain breaches of legal rules, but he said these didn't alter the fact that the claimant comprehensively lost. Sir Peter ordered the Duke to pay 90% of the public's legal bill. The judge also refused Harry's request for permission to appeal, saying his application was largely a recapitulation of the case he'd already lost. He said there was no compelling reasons to allow an appeal to proceed. Sir Peter said that just because the case concerned protection of life didn't give Harry a compelling reason, because otherwise there'd be vast numbers of appeals in the immigration courts under the Refugee Convention. Harry also had to apologise to the court for breaching confidentiality. His arrogance knows no bounds. Prince Harry's lawyer was given a furious dressing down by a High Court judge today. Shahid Fatima QC was monstered in open court by Mr Justice Swift after handing an embargoed legal document to a PR strategist. The court heard that she emailed the papers, strictly for lawyers' eyes only, to reputation specialist Tim Robinson, a partner at privacy-loving law firm Schillings. To make matters worse, Miss Fatima only admitted to the breach on Wednesday, nearly a week after she leaked the draft judgment, and repeatedly failed to apologise. She initially tried to claim that Schillings, which is representing Harry in a claim against the Home Office, didn't believe there'd been a breach, but red-faced Mr Justice Swift raged, "Let me disabuse of that straight away. What you're saying isn't making anything better. The rules are very clear and should be obvious to anyone practicing in this court. This embargo is in standard form. What it says is what it means. Mr Robinson is not a solicitor. He's not qualified as a matter of law to provide legal services or advice. It should have been obvious that this was a breach, and it should have been reported to me as soon as possible."